so this one is saving money when it comes to toys and books, because oh my god, I will tell you right now, my whole living room is my kids' playroom. It's insane. We have so many toys gifted from so many people, some of them which we have bought. But honestly, this is kind of like my saving tips when it comes to buying toys and books for your child. Number one, when it comes to toys and books, it should be quality over quantity. So really look at the product, what it's doing, is it good for their development, like what is the quality of this product. Don't just willingly buy anything, because I find that the most frustrating thing is when you spend money on something and it breaks or it's not really usable for the child for a long period of time. I like to have toys which I feel that she will play with for some time. Like we've got a whole bunch of like teething toys that we bought that now I feel like she paid for a really long time, but in actuality she didn't, and they're all being put away to be put in storage. So it's really good to look at what the quality of the toy is rather than quantity. And also the research has shown that the more toys they have, the more they get overwhelmed, which overwhelms me because like my kid is first grandchild. She has so many toys, like ridiculous amount of toys. Like it's horrible. I've done a lot of research online where it says like, you know, the more toys they have, the more they feel overwhelmed, they don't know what to play with, and it just ends up being a mess for them. For them to develop and really play with a toy and learn cognitive skills and really be able to spend time on that toy, because that's what we were having a lot of. My child was getting really bored of the toy. To prevent that boredness, to prevent that whole situation, have toys interchangeable, and so if there's less of them, it's a better chance that they're utilizing the toy properly. So that's what I mean by quality over quantity. So really look out for deals and sales. This is like number one. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta wait, sometimes you gotta do your research. Looking for deals, looking for sales is honestly one of the best ways that you can save money when it comes to your child. You will see stuff that is fully full price and you're just like, I can't justify paying this now. And then you've waited a little while, you found it on sale, or you've gone to another site and you're able to buy it at a better price. The other thing is like take old toys from friends. So a friend of mine gifted like a whole bunch of books, like touchy-feely books, which my daughter is still to this day absolutely obsessed with. She's been playing with those books, I think, the longest than any other toys. Anything sensory and book related, she plays for a really long time. So I personally know that taking certain toys from friends that have good recommendations are really good. So I will either invest my money in those or ask them for it on loan, and then I will return them at a later time. Taking things on loan for friends is a great way to just making sure you're recycling toys. You get rid of them at one point and they won't be in your house forever, and it will save you a penny. The most important thing I personally think when it comes to saving money and like making good decisions about toys and books is buying toys and books that are developmental. So really looking at which ones are just not for them to like fling around and play with. Actually, what is helping them cognitively develop at that stage in their life. So what we've really done is look for toys which are like, you know, you match one to another. There's a whole bunch of toys on Amazon, which I'm gonna link down below, which my kid has been playing with. I'm going to try and like take little videos and add them onto this video as well. And I found like a whole bunch of toys on Amazon which we've invested money in. We've done a little bit of research and we've found that these will really keep the kid entertained for a long period of time. But there's a multitude of things that they can do. They're musically linked. They're either helping them, you know, get good dexterity skills. So we've been trying to find a wide range of toys that rather do that. So developmental toys are great, and doing your research does take a little bit of time, but it also makes sure that one, it's helping the child and keeping them busy for a longer period of time. Save little money when it comes to books is like really borrowing off the library. We haven't been doing it so much recently since I've started back at work, but making a day of going to the library, having an experience, reading the books together and borrowing some and taking some home, it just, you know, stops you from having your own library at home, but it also gives your child more access to a larger variety of books. So this is something that I always say to people is like utilize gifts, vouchers, and ask for money if you want to pick the toys and books yourself. So when somebody is asking you what should I get your child for a birthday or get as a gift, you should be picking the toys and the books that you want for your child at that time, continuation of a book that they like or whatever. It's really great to make sure that you ask for those things, or you ask for a voucher or money instead, so you can then control things, which stops you from overspending, stops other toys and books coming into your house that your child may not use and utilize, and you can have a little bit more control over the financing and the spending in that way. One of the great ways that I've actually been looking at things is on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm still looking for one little Tykes toy that I really want to get for Savia, which is going to be an outdoor toy. So if I'm obviously not gifting it, or if I know I'm not going to get like a voucher or something, what I try to do is look on Facebook Marketplace and see if somebody else is selling it. If it's in good condition, I can clean it up, that'd be great. I'm planning to do that same for a kitchen when we move house. So I want to get her a smaller kitchen, which I'm going to hopefully get off of Facebook Marketplace. It's a great place to look for secondhand toys. If they're not obviously in the best condition, don't go there. But if they're in a good condition, you can scrub them up, clean them up, or even revamp them, do your own little DIY. Trust me, you'll be saving an absolute fortune. Loads of people say babies don't need toys. They definitely don't need toys. Play with the most random things ever. But I personally don't buy toys for my kid. I let other people buy toys for my kid. And that's how I really truly save a whole bunch of money, and other people get joy out of buying my kid toys. My cousin definitely does. So we'll be keen to know, am I missing anything? What are your tips and tricks when buying toys and books for your baby or your toddler, your kid? How do you keep the costs down? How do you save? Am I missing anything? Let me know in the comments below.